On Air with Kash. Our guest today is a multiple Emmy Award-winning and Tony-nominated actor and producer. He played AJ Chandler on the Hulu series All My Children. He's appeared in over 30 television series, including The Blacklist, Girls, The Following, NCIS, The Affair, and iCarly. He played opposite Liam Neeson in A Walk Among the Tombstones. In 2018, he won a Daytime Emmy Award for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a digital daytime series for his work on the Amazon series The Bay. He has also won 3 Daytime Emmys for his work producing The Bay, and recently was nominated for a Tony Award for producing the Broadway play The Inheritance. Please welcome Eric Nelsen.
Hey, guys. Hey, Kash. Thanks for having me, man. I need that introduction in my day-to-day life. That was epic.
Oh, dude, that is you, Eric. I'm such an admirer of your work. You're such a great guy, and you're so talented. This has just been such a wild year, and I just found out The Bay has 13 Daytime Emmy nominations.
It's just crazy. First of all, thank you for saying all that. I really appreciate it, man. Likewise, love your work too, and I'm really happy to be here. So thanks for having me. And yeah, dude, it's just been crazy, especially coming off of last year, which was like, it felt like the world was ending for a minute. We didn't know what our industry was going to be in a matter of months or a year from then, and we didn't know what was happening. So many unknowns. And now it seems like we have so much clarity. Things are kind of looking up finally, and The Bay now coming off all these nominations. It's just been a great reset from last year's chaos. So very excited about it all.
And that's amazing. And I do understand you had a daughter during the pandemic.
Yes, actually, we had her. So we had her October 1st, and
she's a Libra. I'm October 3rd.
Oh, very nice.
Yes.
Well, one day when she's older, maybe she'll be on the show.
Definitely. Oh, please, anytime.
And so, yeah, we had her October 1st, and then, so we had a few months of normality, and then a couple months later, boom, the pandemic hit. So she's very much a pandemic baby. Luckily, we were able to spend most of it in Texas near a bunch of families. So she was able to socialize and be around people, because we all lived very close within our family. We were all kind of able to quarantine together and stuff. So that was a blessing. I know a lot of other kids born around this time weren't as lucky, but I think she pulled through, and now she's seeing the other side of things, so it's all good.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. I know my cousin, she just had a baby as well, and then a buddy of mine who I grew up with had a baby during the pandemic also. So I've only gotten to meet them Zoom or FaceTime, and so now that things are opening up again, we're like, good, now we get to have like family reunions and barbecues again, and we're looking forward to having our intros in person now.
Amazing. Well, too long waited, but I'm sure it's gonna be wonderful when you guys get together.
It is definitely. What a time to just open things up again when, so The Bay has 13 Emmy nominations. You've already won for your work as an actor and a producer. And just your role as Daniel on The Bay, very complex, so many layers. And you're one of those actors too, where you've been in so many things. And I was like, oh, I forgot he was in that. And even during the pandemic, I was streaming so much stuff, and I would always catch, whether it was TV series or even your movie One Night in San Diego. I had another friend in that movie who I did an interview with a few months ago, and like, you were played Gordo and had a hilarious scene. I mean, you're just in everything, and you're so versatile as an actor.
Oh my gosh. Well, I appreciate you saying that. One of the things I kind of hold myself to is, I don't like to turn down much work. If of course I need to relate to the character and get a grasp of the script and enjoy the director and everything. But, I just like to work. I like to stay busy. So I think that kind of adds to the fact that I, have had a pretty large body of work. It's just, for me, my happy place is when I'm on set. So when I'm sitting around at home, it's not going well. I'm in my head. I'm trying to stay busy. So my best me is when I'm on set. So that's where I like to stay.
That's how I am, my friend. Nothing is a better high for me than to be on set. When I'm at home, I start procrastinating and I get in my head. I'm like, got to be around people that inspire me, got to be a part of a team and get a great project going.
Exactly. So you get it 100%.
Totally
that's the mindset. Yep.
When I saw you a few weeks ago, you said you were going to film an episode of Walker, Texas Ranger.
Yes, I did. I had a blast. We got to shoot over in Austin. I will be in not the season finale episode, but the one right before. I think it's episode 117. Get to play a really yes, exactly. Get to play a really out there character who's struggling with mental illness and such. And he does some things that aren't so good, but that's pretty much all I can spoil. But I had a blast. The whole cast and crew were amazing. Now we're on hiatus. They're going to go back for season 2, which they got a pickup for, which is exciting. But yeah, man, I mean, you know, getting to work in Austin was a dream because it was really close to where we've been right now in Fort Worth. And I mean, we're back and forth to LA all the time. My wife's basically living half there, half here, because she's working constantly in LA in voiceovers. So we're kind of making the bi-coastal thing work right now, which has been cool. But to get to film in Austin was epic. Such a cool city, such a cool vibe. Love the people, love the show. You know, such an iconic. This is the obviously remake of the original, but the fan base that came along with it because the original was, you know, so many seasons, was really cool. And I'm already getting so much outpour and love for working on it. So it's very exciting, man. I had a great time.
Oh, I love it. It was so iconic. And when I was talking to you about it, I took karate here in LA, and Chuck Norris was the president of the studio. So some of our senseis would appear on the series and play bad guys. And then they're like, oh yeah, you know, Chuck's going to kick my butt this week on Walker. And so it was really cool to have that, grow up with that, and then have your senseis, and then to run into you and be like, oh my God, you know, it's rebooted. And I'm really curious to see where the series goes. And then I'm really stoked to see your appearance and what you do with your character.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, that's so cool. And what a cool story. I've never gotten to meet Chuck, but heard nothing but great things. And that's pretty epic that you got to trade in the studio. So now I know who to call if I ever need someone to help me beat some people up.
Oh, you got it. Hey, Bob.
You're my guy.
Yeah, I'm your guy. I get Chuck, Bob Wall, the gang. We're up. Pat Johnson. Yeah, we're all in.
Oh, man, that's epic, bro. I love it.
With a lot of your characters, you had a very intense scene with Dennis Leary in A Race. Also with Liam Neeson in A Walk Among the Tombstones. And then I watch you do those kind of intense roles, and then you go right into comedy, like with Gordo in One Night in San Diego.
Yeah, you know, the cool thing, and the really cool thing about the writer-director of One Night in San Diego, Penelope Lawson, she's a badass chick, I'm telling you. She was really open to interpretation of the character, and was really open to improv, which to me, that's the most fun for me on set, is when I really got to get to hone in and make it my own. And she really kind of, you know, held things together, but also let us do our thing, which is why I had such a fun time doing that role. A lot of improv in there. And really, you know, when you're working with other actresses like Jenna and Ashley, they're comedy, you know, geniuses too. So it's, when you're playing tennis with somebody who can hit the ball just as fast back to you, it's a lot of fun. And that's what was happening on set the whole time. So it was great. I would do it all over again.
Oh, I love it. And it was such an entertaining story too. And I just love, like, there were so many cool characters that just come out of nowhere while these two girls are on their journey.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to expect. And boy, they kind of touch on all of it. So it turned out great. Yep.
Oh God, I love
and
it.
that can be seen on Hulu now, which is cool. So I have people hit me up all the time like, dude, I didn't know you were in this. Watch it on Hulu. Great job, man. So it's cool. It's reaching a lot of people, which is great.
Definitely, yeah. And we just had Samantha Bailey, who plays Bennett. It's the scene where Jenna is at the convenience store, and then she runs into like the younger versions of her and Ashley's character. So Samantha,
yeah,
she was the younger version of Ashley's character, and then it made her go to it made Jenna and Ashley like reunite for the finale. So we had her on, and Samantha's awesome. And then now we have you on. The movie's getting around.
I love it. You know, it's such a small world, and it gets smaller every day, especially in our industry. So it's really cool to hear.
Absolutely. As you mentioned, your wife is in voiceover. Actually, I mean, she's done Boss Baby, so many hits. One of the first jobs I had out here was I was working at WME in the voiceover department. And so I was just, I mean, it's like 10 years ago, like I would just read a lot of these scripts, and I got to know a lot of these voiceover actors and really see that side of it. But I like how you said too, I saw an interview where you and your wife were on together, and you're saying right now it's like all that, like the roles that you're doing, you're like, my daughter will be ready for that when she's in college, but right now she gets to enjoy her mother's work right now with like the Boss Baby and the animation. So it's like, I like how you balance each other out like that.
Yeah, it's so true. We laugh about it all the time because, yeah, all my stuff is so adult, and really until she's 18, I don't want her looking at any of my things. No, I definitely have some stuff she can watch, but it works itself out because somehow, you know, Sadie fell into children's programming at like right before we started, before we got pregnant with our daughter. So it was just like such a blessing. Our daughter's favorite show is Gabby's Dollhouse. It's on Netflix, the DreamWorks show. My wife's one of the lead characters on it. So she's not old enough yet to put it together that she's listening to, mommy on TV every day, especially because Sainty does like a quirky or different voice for the show. But I can't wait for the day that like she's like able to piece it together. That'll be kind of fun.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Eric, again, I can't thank you enough for your time today. And also just really with the Bay, it's such an intriguing series. I'm always on the edge of my seat. And the way when you come in and play Daniel, and I know the character's been very well received. And obviously, I mean, you've won Best Supporting Actor for it, and just the way that you've portrayed him, the layers. And I did see another interview where you mentioned how no matter the character, you're always bringing in a moment in your life to make it real, because really making your characters and communicating with others and bringing the realism to it, it's vital to you, and it comes across very well in your work. And because I really feel for your characters, especially with Daniel, and then whatever roles that you've chosen to take on.
Yeah, well, thank you for saying that, man. I mean, it's true. It's like, to at least for me, it's like, to portray the most authentic version of your character. It's nice to be able to bring parts of yourself that you can relate to in it. Even if it's something very far-fetched, there's always something we can tap into to bring the realism to it. In Daniel's case, everybody, I think, everybody in the world struggles with something, struggles with acceptance, or struggles with, really, being the best them they can be. And that's a lot more difficult for Daniel than it has been for other people. But that's, kind of what I was able to hold on to throughout the whole thing is, really his acceptance with himself. And I was, it's been such a blessing to play him, because it really is, as an actor, you look for these roles that really stretch your wings and push you far. And Daniel's done that for me, season after season, which has been such a blessing as an actor to get to tackle something like that. I thank Gregory all the time, Gregory Martin, our showrunner, for giving me this opportunity and this platform. And I've really enjoyed every second. In fact, we're going back for the next season. Starting the end of this month, we start shooting, and we're going to go, without giving away any spoilers, we get to go shoot in Puerto Rico for a bit. So I'm very excited about that.
Oh my God, that's going to be a blast. I know I've met Gregory, Christos. You guys are a family. It comes across in the show. I mean, you guys are just, when I see you off camera and then I see what you do in front of the camera and the way that you tell your story, I mean, I'm just so happy for you. I really can't wait to see what happens in the next season. I can't thank you enough for your time again today, Eric. I mean, you really fascinate me, not only as an actor, but as a person. And I just really wish you all the best, and congratulations to you and the team over at the Bay on your 13 nominations.
Thank you, man. Kash, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And likewise, I'm really happy we got to do this today, and hope we can do it again. And, it's great seeing you around LA, and, I know we kind of run in the same circle, so I know it's going to keep happening, which is awesome.
We are, my friend. Yes, I love how small this town is. It's always a pleasure running into you, and you're welcome anytime you want to come on and chat.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in with me and Eric Nelsen today. Please watch him right now on the Bay. It's streaming on Amazon, and you can watch him in One Night in San Diego, streaming on Hulu right now. Eric, thank you so much for your time today, my friend. You keep rocking, brother. I can't wait to see you on Walker, Texas Ranger as well.
My man. Well, thank you, bro. Kash, you're the best. I really appreciate being here, and can't wait to do it again.
You're the man. Thank you so much for rocking out with me and Eric Nelsen today. You are on air with Kash.